amazing opportunity we had was to stay with the families. We didn't stay in any hotels. We did a homestay in which we were truly immersed in the culture of the family and the actions of the family while we were there. Not only did they provide for us, they shared their life stories with us. And it was very humbling to go to another country and have somebody that was there for you and that would take care of you and then wanted to also get to know your culture and had no problem understanding and trying to learn more about you. It was also nice that they imparted their culture onto us. So we're really able to see how everybody in Cartagena goes throughout their lives. And just through this opportunity with the families, we were just able to experience so much more and understand things on a higher level because we were living the experience that everybody in Garcia Marquez's books lived.
Okay. Another really important part of our trip was being introduced to the Colombian cuisine. With our professor's guidance, Dr. Sanchez, we were able to enjoy such a vast variety of foods that were just simply out of this world. Being that we were on the coast of Colombia in Cartagena, we were able to eat fresh seafoods, fresh exotic fruits, like fruit juices, and of course like Colombian coffee, which was very good as well. The sancocho soup is a traditional soup. The fried bananas, the coconut rice, everything was just simply delicious, and we're all really thankful that we got to eat all of those things. But what was really great was that we went to Colombia with an open mind to try new foods, and we were able to expand our taste buds and try things that we would normally not eat here. And it was really funny that on this trip we had some of us who don't usually eat fish were eating fish every night in Colombia, and others who are vegetarians actually ate some meat in Colombia. So we had that kind of a interesting thing go on, but each one of us had a strong passion for food, and that really made our trip even more special.
Here's some pictures from El Hotel Santa Clara. Santa Clara is a hotel that used to be a monastery, and it's located right in the center of Cartagena. And one of the books we read of Love and Other Demons, Gabo based his story in this monastery. And for those of you who don't know of what the plot of Love and Other Demons is, it's about a 12-year-old girl named Sierra Maria who's bitten by a dog that's rabid and that has rabies, and so they think she's possessed and they send her to this monastery. So the entire book is based in this monastery, and when we didn't even expect to be able to get a tour, but we went just expecting to see how it looked from the outside, and Dr. Sanchez spoke to some people inside, and we were actually able to get a personal tour all around the entire hotel. So when we were there, it was really beautiful because there's a lot of modernization, but also a lot of original rooms that were from the time period. So we could really picture all the characters running through the halls, and it was just an incredible experience.
Another opportunity that we had was to meet several people in different intellectual circles in Colombia. And four of these men, obviously we already talked about Jaime, but we also met three other men who helped us understand the history of Marquez's life and also the history of Cartagena and the cities that were all a part of Marquez's novels. One person that was really important for me was Eduardo Marcellus de Conte, and he's the man in the middle who was actually, at the time that we were in Colombia, he was running for National Senate as a member of the Green Party. And he took so much time out of his political campaign to actually spend time with us and introduce us to different cultural aspects and also historical aspects of Colombia. At one point, we were sitting all together at this little restaurant on the side of a dirty, dusty road, and he was telling us his stories of buying a VW bus and driving down the entire coast of South America, getting bored of traveling, so he becomes a Buddhist monk. He decides that's not the life he wants, so then he goes into politics. And it was really incredible to hear the life stories of these people and also to appreciate their intellect and realize the sort of people that we might want to become at some point in our lives.
Last but not least, we have the Castle of San Felipe, which was completed in 1789. making the largest fort protecting Cartagena against the pirates who tried besieging the country 5 times in the 16th century. This was one of the last stops on our trip, and it is obviously a breathtaking architecture, enormous, and from the bottom it is huge, and you can't really describe it, but then once you're on top, it is absolutely breathtaking. You overlook the entire new and old city, and the whole trip was just reconstructed there. Dr. Nolan was our tour guide, and he knew a lot about it, and a little light bulb went off for all of us, realizing what we learned the first day in the Palace of the Inquisition, how the Spanish control over the city, and how this fort protected the city from Cartagena had gold, and this fort was its protector, and it is just an enormous, amazing architecture that you can only describe being there. So, that's it.
And I would just like to thank the 2 professors that accompanied us on this trip, Professor Lawrence Nolan and
Dr. Sanchez.
Margarita Sanchez. Without Margarita, she knew the city like the back of her hand, and she optimized every second that she could so we could get the utmost experience out of it. And we are very appreciative, so thank you. Mil gracias.
Thank you.